was interviewed for a nurse specialist job in vascular access 20 years ago, and I can remember at the interview I said, you don't need one person, you need a vascular access team, and told them as well that within 5 years you will have a vascular access team if you give me the job. It took 6 years, so I was a year out, and I think it's introducing a vascular access team within a general hospital environment which was the biggest innovation, and one that's continued for years and continues to innovate day by day now. Modern medicine relies heavily on vascular access. Our idea is that we will provide you with reliable vascular access so that your treatment will be successful, your hospital stay will be less, and potential problems that can occur and do occur, we will avoid them. For me, good leadership in the NHS, it's really about inspiring others. Within vascular access, good leadership is really about taking an everyday specialism that, to be honest, wasn't respected, and people didn't really understand that the problems in vascular access could be avoided. There are some examples where they would have 5 infections per 1,000 catheter days. A hospital that is doing good would have 2 infections per 1,000 catheter days. In this organisation, we have 0.2 infections per 1,000 catheter days. Our infection rate is phenomenally low. It's not just to do with the vascular access team, it's to do with how the vascular access team operate, but how we also inspire others to meet the standards that the vascular access team meet.
The innovation that my colleague nominated for is something called the SUDIC box, and SUDIC is sudden unexpected death in infancy, and this has all stemmed from a phone call I got 6 years ago from a doctor in tears asking what sample she should take. There is a yellow box in the paediatrics department, and as soon as an infant or a child, so anybody under 18, is brought in and resuscitation has to be stopped, it's not going to be successful. The box is opened, and within it are all the containers and all the materials to take the relevant samples in the really narrow time window after death. Once the protocol is filled in, the samples are taken, they're put back in the box, they're sealed, and they come to the lab. I'm very bad at letting go of things. I will find a problem and I will try and solve it. And in solving it, I like to and always try to keep with it all the time, go back to it, audit it and change it. I don't like to leave it alone. The box allows time to be spent with parents. Parents also need to know if their child or infant died of a condition that might be inherited. My system is used for all cases in Hull. It's now being taken up by 6 trusts in the country, and also now there is a SUDIC box in Iceland. The system behind it is exceptionally complex, however the front end is really simple, and I think that's the thing that's really important for any innovation. If you've got someone that can latch onto an idea and go with it, then involve all the stakeholders, that makes for a really good way of working in the NHS.
Part of the work we're trying to do is undo the patient role, and really it's linking the ideas behind person-centred care up with medical care. So it's viewing patients not as patients, but viewing them as people. Hospitals, although they do lots of good, can be extremely harmful to older people, not just older people with dementia and delirium, but older people in general. We use a document called This Is Me from the Alzheimer's Society on the ward. We're aiming to develop the person-centred care and spread it throughout the community, so when clinicians are speaking to each other, they're not just discussing a name and a date of birth or a disease, they're discussing a person. Trying to normalise people's behaviour, stop them behaving like patients, getting them wearing clothes, wearing their normal shoes. When you're at home, you don't eat in bed by and large, you normally eat at a table, so supporting patients to do that as they would behave normally at home. Trying to deinstitutionalise people is a big part of what we do, and a big part, I suppose, of what the innovations are targeted at. There's so much needed to be understood about the science within healthcare, but also to do with the people and their personalities and their preferences, that the only way we can understand anything that's really going on in healthcare is from a team perspective, and that's working collaboratively. And for teams to function, they need to have high quality leadership.